This is angry Principal Dave, who apparently, school vacation week. I was going to say, Curtis, not a lot going on at school right now at 9 o'clock, but
he's a hard worker.
Well, I did take today off. I worked the rest of the week. But, Greg, I got to thank you.
You were on a Twitch
Friday,
chat at like 8:30 the last 3 days. What are you talking about?
Yeah. I was working double duty.
Oh,
so
okay.
Oh, God. So, Greg, I got to thank you. Last week you called me out for the multiple takes. I thought long and hard about it. So, you're right. I can't come on and do 5 or 6 takes. So, I gave myself a 6-day suspension. So, here I am back. I have 2 quick takes, but I got to go back to Tuesday. So one is about Wiggy's take on Mac. The other one is a double parking solution I have for you. Okay. But Wiggy, I heard you clearly say, and I don't know if you got called out for this. Mm-hmm. You said Mac reached his ceiling after year.
Yes,
that's exact. You said that he reached his ceiling after his rookie season in the NFL.
No, I said
stand by that, or are you going to take that back?
I said that he doesn't have a high ceiling, in my opinion. I didn't say he reached it.
No, yes, you did. You clearly said he reached his ceiling.
All right, so if his ceiling is the 5th floor, then he's on the 4th floor. There you go.
Oh God, you got to give the guy a chance, will you? Okay.
All right.
And the second thing on the double parking, Greg.
Yeah.
I have a solution for the city of Boston. Why don't we try holding people accountable for doing that? Right?
Yeah.
Like, why are we allowing it? And to your fear of robots, this could be the thing that helps you. Why don't we have robots be the parking meter people now, and they go around and they give tickets to people who are double parking?
I don't want.
Hold people accountable.
Dave, I don't want more robots. I want less robots.
Yeah, Greg's scared of robots.
What do you think a robot is going to do if you're double parked and a robot comes up to you and you dare to say, "Hold on a second," the thing's going to rip your jugular out.
Right.
Like,
absolutely. So that solves your problem of the double parking.
Have you not seen
an
RoboCop?
85-year-old me.
Yeah, right. Yeah, RoboCop.
You have 5 seconds to get back in your vehicle and move the car.
You were parked in a handicapped spot.
Yes.
I hate robots and I hate woolly mammoths.
My
I
least.
do hate woolly mammoths.
Oh my
Those
God.
big elephants?
We are into boomer territory bigly here. My least favorite thing about callers is when they reference calls from like 6 days ago when nobody has any idea the context of it. Like, if we don't get to it that day, don't call back in 5 days about it because nobody knows what the F you're talking about.
But you, Wiggy, I understand your displeasure with Mac Jones.
Mm-hmm.
But you never offer a realistic alternative. And
What do you
Lamar
mean?
Jackson is not a realistic alternative. Right? Robert Kraft, Bill Belichick, they're not going to pay that money. Lamar Jackson.
Well, then if they
but can you give me, and maybe you agree with Gasper this morning. Maybe it's Jimmy Garoppolo. Can you please tell me, because you want them to trade Mac Jones, can you please tell me what the realistic alternative is to Mac Jones?
Well, it's realistic if you want to do it. It's the same.
No, but I'm saying that's not going to happen.
Well, then if that's the case, then let's not sit here and say, "Oh, get a DeAndre Hopkins or this one or that one."
Give me an alternative that is a better one than Mac Jones currently right now. The way Bill Belichick, you know the way the franchise operates.
Right. Well, then and that's why my lead is
it Derek Carr?
No, because I think you're still in that same category. It's simple. If you continue down this road, you're going to be a team that is basically going to be backing into the postseason and getting blown out. So you're in the purgatory of the NFL. You're not bad enough to get a high enough pick where you can maybe get one of those quarterbacks, and you're not good enough where you can actually, scare people in the league and make a run and win a championship.
So how do they get Lamar Jackson, and how is this roster simply with Lamar Jackson instead of Mac Jones? What is the ceiling of this team?
The ceiling of
How do they get him first?
Well, obviously they'd have to, if you look at what Russell Wilson, and I think you can get Lamar Jackson for a little, probably about the same what Russell Wilson they gave up for him. 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks. That's what you give up.
So your first 2 rounds of the next 2 drafts are gone.
Yeah, and I would do that for Lamar, right?
Okay, that's all you need to give up.
And I think so. If you got to throw a third first-round pick in there, I would do it.
Let's throw them around.
I'm saying I would do that.
Okay, so what's the over/under on wins for this team when they don't have a first or second round draft pick and they don't have a lot of money to spend elsewhere on the roster?
Well, if you have Lamar Jackson,
right.
and you have Bill Belichick, the over and under for wins, to me is 11.
What?
Yep.
You are.
Yeah, I would set the line at 11.5.
Yep.
Of course you would.
100%.
Lord in heaven.
With this team,
Just no.
By the way, I'm sorry, Greg, to interrupt. I looked it up yesterday or 2 days ago, whenever we did this initially. Do you know Pro Football Focus grades all the rosters in the NFL?
Yeah.
The Ravens had the 5th ranked roster. The Patriots, 19th, according to Pro Football Focus.
Thank you.
And you're talking about how the Ravens sucked. I'm sorry. Like, you guys,
Who has a better-
you are blinded by your hatred of Mac Jones.
Who has a better defense, Baltimore or New England?
I think New England does.
probably.
Okay.
New England.
Who has a better running back group, Baltimore
Okay.
or New England?
New
Right,
England.
but that's
Running backs are so
no.
irrelevant.
So when I look at the Pro Football Focus or reference,
Right. Focus.
Focus.
Something we lack.
Right. I then to start to look at it and look at the talent that you actually have. Right. And so when you start to look at the talent that Baltimore.
That's what they did, and they get paid to do it.
So
if you're gonna be realistic, there's really.
there's nothing you could do then.
There's nobody that's going to be available. Like my belief
have fun
is,
in purgatory.
Exactly. That's my point.
Okay, but it's just one season, by the way.
Another season.
No.
It's just but
We were last year, too.
Aaron Rodgers is staying with Green Bay, in my humble opinion.
All right,
I don't think he's going anywhere.
All right. But even if he goes somewhere, he's not going to New England.
Derek Carr is going to the Jets.
Okay.
Probably. Yep.
Who else realistically?
Nobody. Then, just like Shime said, then enjoy purgatory for the next, 2-3 years until Bill retires.
And so why has Lamar Jackson, who's been in the NFL 5 or 6 years, why has he never gone? How many times has he won over 11 games? Why has he never been to a
Literally
Super Bowl?
every season he's started and played the majority of the season.
Okay, so he's won more than 11 games with the better
Which is
roster.
one season where he played the majority of the
I
season.
think he's got like
it's at least
So,
three.
so
but
why,
thank you.
why is he going to come here and win when he never won before?
Because I told you that the New England Patriots, in my opinion, they have a better defense. They're better coached, right? The talent is very similar to what you see in Baltimore, and his skill set allows you and elevates, I think, the guys around him to play better, and you put him alongside Bill Belichick. That's why I think he comes here and plays better.
Okay.
Or your team is better than what you see in Baltimore.
Why do the Ravens not want to pay him if he is this game changer?
Because they're stupid.
So they're just dumb. The Ravens, who have been one of the better run franchises in the NFL for 20 years, are just stupid.
Yeah, why wouldn't you want to pay him? I mean,
They know him better than everybody, and they don't want to.
Literally, if they don't, there are a handful of other teams that will. I can name 5 of them off the
Maybe they
bat.
have an issue because he's won one playoff game. One.
And I'm reading.
One.
And how many's Josh Allen won, Greg? You'd still want him
he's
on
been
your
in the
team.
league 5 years.
I'm reading the Pro Football Focus number fifth best roster, Baltimore Ravens. Biggest strength, offensive line. Oh, wow. Imagine a great offensive line and what that does for a quarterback.
I gotta tell you, I love having Curtis on Mac Jones Island. Finally, it is such a thrill. It was so lonely here.
Yeah,
They had the second.
It wasn't bad. Like I would sun myself.
Oh,
nude,
yeah.
But I'm gonna put clothes on now that you're here.
Oh, it's okay. I mean, not much to
and
see.
Unfortunately, you're gonna be responsible for going out and catching what we eat at dinner.
Good. We'll both lose weight. One other note on this. They had the second highest rated left tackle in the NFL. Did Mac even have a left tackle?
No.
Was Trent Brown off the reservation the entire season? What a difference it makes. Like, I love you.
it's not even about. It's not even. I don't care. You could pull up Pro Football Focus stats all day long. It's not even in the same. You're not even in the same stratosphere when you're comparing Lamar Jackson to Mac Jones.
Right, you're paying 10 times more and 4 picks.
But he makes. If you have Lamar Jackson on your team, you have a guy that instantly makes you a contender. He instantly makes you a contender.
I believe with Lamar Jackson, you're still the 3rd best team in the AFC East.
Okay, and with Mac Jones, guess what? You're probably not even you're maybe the 9th best team in all of the AFC and the AFC East, you're probably contending
Right.
with the Bills.
If the Jets get Derek Carr, I don't love him, but they're better than you with Lamar Jackson,
Stop
and the
it,
Bills
Curtis.
are better
Curtis,
than you.
now you're just placating.
The
No,
Jets
I'm
are
not.
not
Stop
better
it.
than you with
Stop
Derek
it.
Carr if you have
Stop
Lamar
it.
Jackson.
Nope, they are. They
That
have
is
a
the
much
most
better
asinine
defense.
comment I've ever heard.
Yeah,
in my
that
life.
is just
I
dumb.
still take
And
the
coming
Jets.
from the guy who literally crapped on Derek Carr yesterday.
I hate Derek Carr, but he's still. I guarantee you, the Jets with that roster they have, they might have a better regular season.
No.
You
There's no
discount.
shot.
Wiggy just discounts all those things.
Oh, what things?
Like everything.
Like what?
Like Courtney. Courtney brought up strength of schedule. You just discount it, right, Courtney?
That was a hard one.
Yeah, it was a hard one last season. That was a real hard one.